What does one person do that time when they feel nowhere to go?
I can tell you one thing that I was sure of for a long time, and then it blew up in my face. I'll use my willpower and I will do everything.
Yes, yes, the environment is more powerful than your willpower.
Because you see, as an inner power coach, I was trying to use my inner power only, inner power only. After a long time, I came to this realization that the environment, if not more, then it is equally important.
You rightly pointed out Vastu also here. What we do in Vastu,
When I say environment, I mean everything that's outside of
yes,
you, everything
yes.
included.
Friends, I welcome my special guest today. I'm Krishnaveni, a Vastu expert and a podcaster. Welcome all of you to the Krishna Talks, the podcast show. I'm exploring different people who are trying to help people in different modalities. In that series, today I have another expert who is an inner power expert. Yes, you heard it right. He's an inner power expert. We keep talking about manifestation, law of attraction, but how to get that when the inner soul, inner transformation doesn't happen. So I have with you one of the renowned inner power expert who is also the founder of Energy Transformation Hub. So let's all welcome today's special guest, Vinay Bajaj. Welcome, Vinayji, to the podcast today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. And I know, I mean, we have been thinking about this for a long time, but finally we are able to make it. And
Yes,
I like what you're doing with your podcast, bringing different perspectives on the table for people.
yes, because
And that's,
people should
yeah,
know that these type of experts are also there. People don't know they are in need of people like you, but they don't know that what are the expertise people are teaching, how they are helping people. So in that mission, like Vastu helped me, so there are so many modalities which can help people. So we don't know which one person can connect to you and their life might change from today. So let's
yeah.
begin this. Tell me, what is that inner power which you discovered in you to find the inner power transformation hub?
So, uh, my life story began with a lot of health issues.
Okay.
And I can say till the time I was 20, 24, 25 years old, there was not 1 month where I did not visit any doctor. Okay?
Hmm.
And while that was going on, there was a point almost like 10 years ago where the job was not going well. They had stopped paying us salary. The company had stopped paying us salary. The relationships at home were chaotic. We were almost on the break of, breaking apart from each other. Health was not supporting me. That was there since childhood. So there was a point where I was sitting in a garden and thinking like, what is going on? And do I want this to continue forever? And is there something that I can do? And in that moment, I did a very brief prayer, and I just sent this out to God, universe, whatever you want to call it. Please help me come out of this.
Hmm.
I think I'm a good person. I think I deserve better life than this, and I know I'm capable of doing that. Then why is it not happening?
It will be more frustrating, right? When you know that you're capable of doing it, but the environment and everything is chaotic. So that becomes very difficult. And that might, many people might relate to it, what you're saying.
Yeah, and I don't know. Something happened in that prayer. Couple of months after that, one of my friends. I was never a book reader. And if at all I would read, it would be Harry Potter and stuff like that, fiction books. So one of my friends gave me a book. He said, "This is called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. I think you should read this." I read this. I liked it. I think you should read this. That started a completely new way of living for me. That one book, and because that book also talks about praying in a scientific way.
Yes.
So that got me on this
I've also read
journey of,
multiple times. It's a very beautiful book. And through this medium, I would like to tell that everybody should at least read that book once.
yeah, yeah, once a year. I would say once a year, not even once.
Yes,
Is that kind of a
once
book.
a year. Yes.
So that set me on this journey of inner exploration of how the mind works, how I can go about changing my life. And then in the next 5 to 7 years, I could see massive changes in each and every area of my life.
Mm.
And I'm telling this beforehand that it took time, so that people are not expecting instant changes, instant results. Because inner work, any kind of work, takes some time, and that time is only till you get to the point where you believe you deserve these things. If you get there faster, the result will come faster. But it's also uh, a matter of how much effort you are putting in, and there has to be an effort threshold after which the result starts to come. I've always believed in that. So during these years, I kept reading self-help books. My main topic was psychology, like how does the mind work, and how can it help me achieve whatever I want to achieve. And one book led to another, led to another. I read more than 100 some self-help books, I don't know. And everything that I read, I implemented it to see what happens, even
What?
if for a week or 10 days, but I used to implement it. Let's see what happens. And then whatever.
That's when you see the difference, right? Otherwise, you just read it and you don't implement it. Then you wasted your time, energy, and everything without implementing.
Yeah, I mean, even now I have many students who tell me that I want to read books. I said, why?
Hmm.
You should have a reason, because
Yes,
if you are just reading for the sake of reading it, no point. You should have some goal behind reading the book also. So through this journey, everything that I experimented, I then created a shorter version of things that we can do on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, that will keep our mind aligned to the goal. And while we are doing these things, meditation being the prime of them, while we are doing these things, your power will come to the forefront. It will start to shine, and you will start to see the power. And just like any
yes,
other muscle, any other part of the body, the more you exercise it, the better it works.
better.
The more you
Yes,
exercise your power, the more you see your power building, the better you are going to harness it. So through that entire journey, I was really able to go within, uh, and I tried everything. There's nothing that I did not try. Law of
mm,
attraction, uh,
yes,
prayer, EFT. You can name any modality, Reiki. I've tried it all. I've tried it all, and then uh, I figured out something that works for me, and then I started teaching that to people,
yes.
and then it was working for them also. So that is how I am here now as a coach in front of you. And while all of this was going on, some incident really shook me, where I was thinking, maybe next year, maybe next year, maybe next year. I was in an IT job earlier. So there was one incident that really, took the ground beneath my feet. And I thought, abhi nahi to kabhi nahi. I mean, I have to do it now. So I've been on this journey for almost 2 years now.
You rightly pointed out one thing. Everybody in their life goes through that phase, the phrase which you said now, abhi nahi to kabhi nahi. Everybody is stuck somewhere at one point of time in their life, and they feel आज नहीं किया तो कभी नहीं कर सकते. What does one person do at that time when they feel nowhere to go?
I can tell you one thing that I was sure of for a long time, and then it blew up in my face. So it was, I thought, like, I'll use my willpower, and I will do everything. Just willpower, pure willpower. I will use, I will do my efforts, I will do the work, I will overexert and all of that. And then I was opened up to this concept of, being in the right environment.
Yes, yes, the environment is more powerful than your willpower.
It took me a lot of time to agree to this statement, because you see, as an inner power coach, I was trying to use my inner power only, inner power only, inner power
Yes.
only. But then
Yeah, I have
after a
noticed that in
long,
my life too.
yeah, yeah, please say.
Yes, go ahead, please.
So I was just saying, after a long time, I came to this realization that the environment, if not more than it, is equally important. And if you just try to use your willpower, but you are in the wrong environment, now I can give you very simple examples that will help someone
Yes,
understand the environment. But back then, even though the examples were there in front of me, maybe the time had not come yet.
I might
So
not. Yes,
I was going through my own struggles, because that is what defined me the way I am. So yeah, that is the main thing that I found. Like, if you are stuck, if you are, you know, why do people go to temples? Why do people go to religious places? To become unstuck. That there's an environment there that helps you.
Energy. Yes.
That there's an energy there that helps you. And ever since I've understood this, I have been very, very mindful of the kind of people I connect with, uh, the kind of people that I connect with on an energy level in my life, even if physically connected with some people in the space around. But I'm very mindful of who I'm talking to, what I'm talking to them about, and you know, once you find what's your kira, what's your purpose, then you can't stop talking about it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm sure you've seen that with Vastu. So
Yes.
and that's why, you know, this kind of a thing where you are hosting people and letting them share their story is something everyone loves, because
Yes.
they get to
You
talk
rightly said
about
here.
what's important to them. Yeah.
You rightly pointed out Vastu also here. What we do in Vastu, we connect the space where you're living, the home where you're living 24 into 7. The energy of that place is not good. How come your life will be good? How come your thoughts will be good? If the energy is disturbed, as you talked about the five friends, your environment, your colleagues, the way you connect with the energy level of other people. The same way the house affects, the same way the people with whom we connect on a daily basis has so deep impact on our mind, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When I say environment, I mean everything that's outside of
Yes,
you, everything
yes.
included.
Now let's talk about how does that inner power transformation happens in somebody who is going through struggle. I know, of course, it's not an overnight journey. It takes time. How does one start with the inner transformation?
I think the first place is one needs to feel that they need to change.
Yes,
I think that's the first prerequisite for someone even going down this path. Because
yes.
if someone is thinking, no, I'm the best, it's just that life is not giving me what I want, I'm the best, there's nothing in me to improve. When they have that kind of attitude, it's not going to help. First, we need to
And change is
understand,
something which is very constant.
it's the only thing that's constant when you look at it.
Yes, yes,
And there's a beautiful line. I don't know where I came across it, or it came to me as a download in meditation. But the only person uh, who you can change is the only person that you need to change.
yes,
And this has stayed with me ever since it I came across it. It has stayed with me that you can't anyways change anyone else.
yes.
Why do you even try?
But yes,
Change change the way you look at them,
you are.
change the way you think about
Yes,
them, change the way you interact with
yes.
them, and they will change. If they
They will
want to,
change.
if it's their time to change, they will change. But
It's the way
coming
how
back to
we look
your
at it.
coming back to your question, what if someone is stuck at a
Mm.
position? Maybe 9, 10 years ago, where I was not getting any help anywhere. And like you know, coaching and all was not a big thing back then. But I used to follow Jack Canfield, I used to follow Brian Tracy on YouTube, even long back. Now we are living in a very different era where you just think about you need help with something and it's there. Like how many of us would have thought about ordering idli ka atta 10 minutes before cooking it,
Yes, yes.
right? Over the last 10 years,
World
the
is
world
changing.
has drastically changed.
Especially last 1 year with AI, 1.5 years, world has drastically changed. And it is
And,
changing every second, not even every
yeah,
minute, every second it is changing.
yeah. And the easiest way, I would suggest, whatever problem you are facing, find an expert that already knows that, who has already been through that. Don't make the same mistakes. Because are we inventing the light bulb again and again? No, we are not. Edison did that. We are using it. We are happy.
They're using it. Yes,
Then why do you want to reinvent your own struggles again and again? If someone has gone through what you are going through, take help from
yes,
them and just move forward. But I'll also say something, Krishnaveni, which I think is very important. And some of the people watching it may or may not like it, but I think it's very important for me to say this here.
yes,
One person came to me about almost 1 month ago, and they said, Vinay, I've been thinking about getting a coach, hiring a coach for a long time. But when I go to Facebook, when I go to Instagram, it's so overcrowded
Yes,
that it's
they get
just coach
lost.
after coach, coach after coach, and I don't know who to trust or not because it's the online world and people are still not very comfortable with it.
Comfortable. Yes.
And he said, I came to you because one person who I know, they are your student, and they told me if you are looking for a coach, go to him.
Yes.
So that's something that I want to point out here. Uh, if you have friends, talk to them. You may get a reference of someone who has already changed your friend's life.
Change.
You don't have to go through even that shopping spree of taking up
Yes.
many courses and then finding out what works, what doesn't work. So
Yes.
opening up a little bit to people around you also definitely helps.
In fact, that's one of the important points which you made to connect with people. Many a times people don't even connect and it affects their mental health issues. Getting stuck, what am I going to do? I'm stuck, I have nowhere to go. How can I share this with my friend? What will he or she think? That thing also comes up. And in this process, they are overstressing their brain and nowhere to go. So you
Yeah.
rightly pointed out that we should talk to people when you feel stuck rather than getting stuck for a longer time. Maybe you will find a solution sooner than you have thought.
Yeah. And I'll tell
And
you one
here,
thing:
habits play
when
a
you
very
talk to
important
people,
role.
when you talk to
Yes.
people, you will understand that you are not facing a lot.
Yes.
In our mind, we are
Yes.
facing a lot, but when you
Yes.
talk to others,
Yes.
you really come to understand
You
what's
feel,
going on.
yes, you will feel, you may feel lighter and you may feel this was nothing. You know,
Uh,
it was only our assumption and presumptions that which made things bigger. The smaller things becomes bigger.
mm, mm,
And in the process of self-transformation, what I feel personally is habits make you or break you. That's
mm.
a popular saying. So, what is
Mm.
the importance of those habits to change from a stuck
It's
state to a happier state?
it's very simple. Even in my workshop, I do this small exercise with people where I ask them to answer as an easy or difficult on whatever I'm going to ask them. So I ask them simple things. Is it easy to brush your teeth? Yes. Is it easy to comb your hair? Yes. Is it easy to eat food? Yes. Is it easy to walk? Yes. And then I throw another question at them, asking, were all of these things easy the first time you did them? Everyone says no, because nothing is easy the first time. It's just that when we were kids, when we were building these habits, life habits, we were okay failing. We were okay trying it 100 times. Now, because of whatever pressure we have built in our heads, we think failing is not an option.
Yes,
And if you want to learn anything and if you want to implement anything, you need to do it for a sustainable period of time. You do it for
consistent.
2 days and you leave it, not going to happen. If you go to the gym once a week and expect six pack abs, you're going to end up in disappointment. You need to continuously keep doing things and whatever you want to onboard. Like, for example, the first habit that I talk about is gratitude. Because if you are not grateful for what the higher power has given
Universe
you,
has given. Yes.
कभी तो रूठ जाएगा ना यूनिवर्स कि क्या आई एम गिविंग सो मच दिस पर्सन इज
I
नॉट
think
एट ऑल
last couple of
एक्नॉलेजिंग.
years, people are realizing that how important is gratitude because in our fast life, we always crib about what we don't have. इसके पास वो है, मेरे पास नहीं है, मुझे ये करना है, वो करना है. But we don't appreciate what we have, the ultimate treasure which is within us, with us. May it be a smallest thing, but we don't have that gratefulness to appreciate that.
Yeah, and when you understand the laws of the universe, where energy flows, where attention goes, then you will pay more attention to what you have and you'll be very happy about it. So that's the
All are
first habit.
scientifically related to.
All are scientifically proven now. Everything is scientifically proven. Maybe 100 years ago, people would have called this focus, focus, jadoo hai, kuch hai. Now, science has proven all of this. Whatever you focus on will grow. Focus on what you have, it will grow. Keep focusing on what you don't have, it will grow.
We say no, our brain is limitless and we are using only a very smaller chunk of our brain, which is still unexplored. There's a huge potential.
Forget the potential. What are you doing with the 10% that you are using? Where is that focused?
Very
Is it only focused on अब तक ही नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं है, I don't have this, I don't have that, he has this, she has this. The longer you keep focusing on that, the more you are increasing that for yourselves. The
How
minute
does one
you
maintain a habit?
maintaining a habit is very easy. See, initially you would need some effort from your end for the first few days. When new, it may be challenging, it may be difficult. So initially it may be a challenge. But when you cross a certain number of days, when you practice it every day, some say 21, some say 30, some say 15, different sciences, different answers. I say till the time you can naturally do it, तब तक थोड़ा effort है. How do you
Hmm.
reduce that effort? Very simple. First, consult someone who's been practicing that habit for a long time. They will ease that journey for you. For example, the minute I say about practicing gratitude, now people will say, what do I be grateful for? I can give them 500 things they can be grateful for right now. So, number one, consult someone who's been doing it for some time. क्रिकेट सीख रहे हैं तो जिसने खेला है उससे ही सीखते हैं ना. Same way, someone who's already done it, go to them. Second, join an environment where everyone is doing it.
It will give you more strength and more energy to grow together rather
Yeah,
than going alone.
yeah. Like I see the biggest challenge for my students, for many people who I talk to, is book reading. They say we are not able to read books. Join a book club. If you see everyone reading, you will also want to do that.
You'll
As
also want to.
humans, we want to fit in, we want to belong.
Yes.
So these are some things that can lower the challenges for you. Plus, when you do the same thing at the same time in the same place every day, time has energy, location has memory.
Yes. Yes.
You keep doing it at the same time, you keep um, doing it in the same place. That will help make it easier for you. No one ever stops to wonder why is there a lunchtime.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
It can be at
Very
any time,
rightly
right?
said.
Why is there a
Yes.
lunchtime? Because they want to put you into that habit. They want to put
Yes.
your body into that habit. Okay, this is the time when I eat. And the more people begin to understand that it's all about what you do habitually, the more they will,
More there.
want to build better habits. Instead of Netflix, they may go to Udemy. instead of
Yes.
instead of going for a movie, they may attend a workshop. Something of
Yes.
that sort.
Yes. Yes. In the process of habit building, as you said, reading books are very important. Would you like to recommend to our audience any one or two books which are most important and people should definitely read? Of course, The Power of Subconscious Mind, which we had talked about earlier. Apart from that, would you like to suggest any books to the listeners so that they can start reading? At least they can try to start reading, improve their lives.
There are three books which I think everyone should read multiple times in their life. Read it and then you will read it again. Okay. I will not have to tell you. One is Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And everyone who I talk to has read this book. And everyone has the same feeling about it. It
Yes,
will tell you how to pray effectively. We have all been taught to pray in our Indian upbringing, but it will tell you how to pray effectively,
definitely. Yes.
scientifically. Number two, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. This may
Hmm.
seem like a get rich book. It's not.
No, no, it's not. I've read that book. It's not.
It's all about how you think. It's not at
Yes,
all even about the money. It's about how you think. And the third one would be You Can Heal Your Life.
yes.
So, Power of a Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker, You Can Heal Your Life by uh, Louis Hay.
Oh, yeah.
And that book will actually make you aware of the victim mindset that you are living in. You can heal your life.
That book, Louis here describes it very beautifully in few pages. Like you just get that I have to implement this. I have to do this. That's kind of an impact that book makes.
And there's one line from that book which I would like to share here, which completely changed my perspective towards my family. It said we are victims of victims. I was wow. I was like, wow.
Yes, yes.
I never even thought about this. That they've also gone through a journey. They've also been through a struggle. So yeah, these three books, like you asked, without fail, please read them. Please read them and
Thank
implement
you for
too.
sharing
Don't
this.
just read. Don't just read.
Implement too. Yes, yes, yes. One of the other habits, without talking about it, habits are not complete, is the tendency to procrastinate. That is the general thing which people feel, and most common thing. It may be a very simpler topic, but it has a deeper impact in all levels of your life, in your day-to-day life. You procrastinate one thing, there are a lot of repercussions of that which you realize later. And tell us about
I was just having a conversation with someone the other day when they said my main problem is procrastination. I told them procrastination is not your problem. That is the outcome.
that.
Problem is something else. And then when we went through that discussion, he told me I'm afraid to fail. That's why I don't take action. So procrastination is a very flashy word. It's used everywhere now. And even
Yes.
I use it on my landing pages to bring people in. But
Yes.
that's not the real problem. That's the effect. The
Yes.
real problem is, what are you afraid of? What are you thinking? What kind of people are you connecting with? Do you haven't even have a reason to take action? If you are very comfortable where you are and you have no reason to grow,
It will not.
what will you do?
We'll be in
Procrastinate.
the same space. Yes.
And I'll tell you, no one is a procrastinator. This is one thing that I've learned from one of my coaches, that no one is a procrastinator. Everyone is very good at taking action at something. It may be playing games, it may be watching Netflix, it may be
Yes.
whatever, but they are good
Yes.
at something. And there, the
Something. Yes.
procrastination doesn't come up.
Yes. As you said, Netflix, it might easily be attractive to somebody to watch some web series or something. They may not procrastinate. Okay, today I have to watch this. I've seen people, friends who say, no, मुझे ये web series अभी 2 दिन में खत्म करना है. So
हाँ,
that kind
वहां पे
of
करो
an
ना
habit.
प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन कि 1 महीने बाद देखेंगे. So,
It's how you wire your brain,
what
your
technology is
importance.
doing, what
Yes.
technology is doing is making things easy for you. If it's easy for the next episode to play without you even taking action, it will play and you will watch. If it's easy for you
Yes.
to keep scrolling and the scrolling never ends, seven
Yes.
7 years ago, all the social media apps used to wait for loading more content.
Yes.
The day that was changed everything.
It's it.
They are making things easy. And how do you make good habits easy? Is by keeping them ready in front of you. Like if someone wants to read a book, when you are sleeping at night, keep a book next to you so that when you wake up, you'll see the.
You should see that in your environment, right?
You want to go for a walk, keep your walking clothes and shoes ready. The minute you wake up, जैसे ही बेड से उठते हैं सामने वो दिखना चाहिए. You will start doing that. It's very
You
simple.
will start it.
They are making those habits easy for you. It's up to you to make good habits easy for yourselves.
So habits play very, very important role in everybody's life. You also have a community called Energy Transformation Hub.
Yeah.
What do you do in that? How do you coach people? What are the areas that you touch so that people get help from whatever they are going?
Thank you so much for asking this. So, uh, I always talk about going to the gym once a week. That's a beautiful example that I give everywhere. And then it's the same mistake I started doing. I was having one session in a week as a group session,
Okay.
and I thought it's a result आ जाएगा लोगों को. But it was not happening. And what I'm doing now is, number one, I have a 7 week challenge. There's something with me and the number seven. I don't know. There's something, but I like to keep it seven, whatever it is. So seven
A
week
number of
challenge.
divine energy.
It's my birth number, so I don't know what else is there, but I resonate with it a lot. And 7 week challenge includes strategies, concepts that you may have read in some book but never implemented, that you may
Hmm.
have never even heard of, and
Heard of.
that will make priorities prioritizing things very easy. That will make defining who you want to be very easy. That will make visualizing the end goal very easy. Number one, it will tell you what your goal is. Even before that, it will tell you what do you value in life.
I do.
Without that,
Yes.
there's no point setting goals also. So this is what I do in the 7 week challenge, which happens once a week. And then every day in the morning, when I say every day, Monday to Friday, I connect with my community and we practice the habits that I'm teaching them. Very simple. I make them practice live with me because I know the minute the hand holding stops, the minute
They
they
will
go out
also
of the
stop practicing.
environment,
They will stop practicing.
yeah,
So, how important is to be in the community?
it's very important. Like I said, based on the question you asked, when someone is feeling stuck or when someone is not able to take action, when you are in a group setting and if you are seeing others take action, it will play on your subconscious mind.
It will. Yes.
It will.
Yes.
And one of two things will happen. Either you will start taking action or you will quit the group.
Quit the group. Yes. Yes.
If your time has come, you will start taking action. If there's still some time for you to get ready for that action, you will quit the group. One of the two things. The third thing cannot happen where you are just an observer and you are observing people take action.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
There are many observers in the environment, I must say, in the coaching industry, in the experts industry. There are many people who are just observing and observing and observing, not taking action. Till the time you take your own action, nobody can force you to take that action, right?
yeah. And when you come on a group call and when you hear other people what kind of confusions they
Yes.
have, what kind of problems they have, it will open up your mind also. Sometimes we don't even think I have this problem. But then someone else
Yes.
comes and asks about that same problem. And you start to think, हाँ, ये तो मुझे भी है.
Yes. ये तो मुझे भी है. Yes.
And it's a, I mean, it's a beautiful space because uh, I'm a student of Siddharth Rajsekar, just like you, and he talks about value alignment in the community. He talks
Yes.
about a code of honor. And when you can connect with people that resonate on the same values, then there's a better energy exchange that will happen there.
Yes. As he talks about the ethics, the morality, and how do we start the base, the environment, the community which he has given. We all should be blessed to be a part of that community
Mhm.
because of which we are here and doing what we are doing. I would
Exactly.
definitely want to acknowledge that because it has played a major role in my life. What I'm doing today, it's all because of ILH,
Same.
all because of
Same
SIDS.
here. Same here.
So
And
gratitude to our mentor.
I'm wearing his
Yes,
t-shirt. That's how grateful I am. And like I said, there was a point that pushed me, and something happened in my life. And within 15 days, I came across his webinar, and then everything else just fell into place. Till that time, I used to think, yes, I want to help people. How do I do that? I don't know. That's where he came in, and he changed the way I looked at things. And in some things, he changed the way I look at things. In some things,
yes.
he validated who I am. He
For
validated
me,
there
he
are
shaped
people
up.
who are ready to work with moral values, who are ready
Yes,
to
yes,
keep that as a base and build on top of that. And
yes.
I'm very, very blessed to have
It has
had a
made
mentor
that
like him.
community has made me the person I am. Like as you said, everything same, and it is what drives me to do and help people every day.
Yeah. And I would like to acknowledge one more person here because even though we were in Siddharth's community, we never connected with each other, right? It's a huge community. You
Yes,
barely ever connect with someone.
yes,
And that's when, I mean, when we came to Sagar's community and we started interacting with each other, we started seeing each other.
yes.
So huge gratitude to him also because what I can see now, uh, all the coaches who I'm deeply connected with or who I resonate with are all who I met in TBL. So that's also one thing that I want to acknowledge. I don't say it enough to him, but I hope it reaches him. This message reaches him.
Feeling is important. It will definitely reach the person. The feeling is important.
Mm.
Thank you, Vinay, for coming here and sharing so many. Though it might look, again, I will say, the things that which I discuss every day, it might look very simple. That ये हमेशा procrastination, manifestation, कभी about grief, but these are the common things which we face in day-to-day life. Nothing has to be very complicated or hi-fi things. But thank you for sharing and putting it into the so powerful words today so that our audience can make their life better and start the beginning from today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me and asking the right questions. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your valuable time. Thank you, everybody, for watching this wonderful podcast with a special guest. I'll continue to bring more special guests with different modalities as much as possible. Please continue to watch and share your comments about the podcast. Thank you, everybody. Keep watching, keep growing.
Thanks a lot, people. Thank you.